Yeah, baby. We're going to go out there and win.
This is Just Win Bets, baby.
Just win, baby.
With Joe DeFan and Shane O'Mac.
How do they keep winning?
Live on the Sports Bet Winning
It
Network.
is, of course, UFC 325. And I am joined, of course, with my main man, Shane O'Mac. Shane-O, here we go again. It is UFC 325. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. How you doing tonight?
Hanging in there.
2 pay-per-views back to back. Isn't that crazy? Back to back weeks. I mean, we're in for a treat. I love it.
It's not only that, Shane-O. Let's talk about the fact that the viewership from Paramount Plus. That you gotta like that.
Oh yeah, they released the numbers for North America. It was just under 5 million. It was at like 4.94 or something like that. Right, so just under 5 million viewers. That's huge. Their usual pay-per-views are usually around 500 to 750,000 buys, somewhere around there in that neighborhood, right? If you had like a big name on the card, they might get 1 million, but that's almost 5 times. That's over 5 times their normal viewership for a card. That's huge for them. I think this move for them has been tremendous. I think it's great for all 3 parties. It's great for UFC, it's great for Paramount Plus, and it's great for us, the fans, because we don't have to pay $60 for each one of these things anymore. We can just pay our Paramount Plus subscription, and it's included with it. So it's great. I think it's a great move for everybody.
I agree. I completely agree. My hat's off to Dana and everybody at UFC, the company. Very happy for them. And we are also happy to announce that next week we will be, and we are honored to make this announcement right now here, Shane-O, on live with everyone, is we're going to be having an interview with the voice of the Octagon, Mr. Bruce Buffer. Your thoughts?
It's time.
It's definitely time, my friend. It's definitely time.
Who doesn't love Bruce Buffer? He is the man, dude. And it's awesome that we get to interview him. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I love Bruce Buffer. To me, he's the best in-ring announcer of all time. He just gets the way he gets so energetic and so hyped up. And so you can tell he really loves the sport and really loves his job. And he does a tremendous job, and I cannot wait to interview him. It's going to be an awesome interview. It's going to be great. And you guys, I can't wait for you guys to see it. We're doing it next week. He's in Sydney right now because the UFC 325, the card we're about to talk about, is in Sydney, Australia. So when he gets back, we get a chance to interview him. That is huge for the channel, huge for us, and it's great. And we get to talk to the great Bruce Buffer.
What we can report is he did have a safe flight over. He is now down under. I wonder if he has any Vimage sandwich there. I'm not a fan.
Vegemite?
Yeah, Vegemite sandwich. I don't think I'm a fan of that, but for each their own. But
kangaroo meat's big down there too. I've had kangaroo before.
Really?
It's not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
Go figure. You learn something every day here on Just Win Bets, baby. Let's, of course, and Bruce, we hope you have a safe flight back. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. Let's, of course, begin with this matchup right here, Shane. As you can see here on your screen, folks, we're talking about Salkilld taking on Mullarkey. And you can see here, Shane, we've got the odds right there. Well, it seems to be there's a little bit of a glitch there on that one. Yeah. I don't see the odds there. So we'll fix that. But Shane, what your thoughts here real quick on Salkilld taking on Mullarkey?
Salkilld, man, that guy is incredible. He's a young up-and-coming fighter for the UFC. The UFC is banking on him to become a huge star. The guy is an incredible striker. He's really good wrestling. He had a first punch knockout his last fight, just straight knocked out, and he had a nasty head kick in 2025 against Hapkris. So, I mean, he's a really good fighter. And you can see why with that money line, man. The money line, he's a heavy favorite at like minus 1,000, minus 1,050. Heavy favorite. That is just ridiculous. You don't see heavy like favorites like that very often.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Salkilld. Excuse me. 10-fight win streak. As you can see his record right there on the bomb there, folks. Taking on Jamie Mullarkey. UFC light heavyweight history, 19 seconds. And I'm of course talking about Salkilld, where he's tied for seventh most fastest knockout in UFC history in the lightweight division. As we look over to Mullarkey here, weighed in at 155.5, both of them did. 7 first-round finishes, finished 13 13 of 18 wins, 10 by knockout. Your thoughts for this match?
I mean, Salkild's this heavy favorite for a reason. I think he wins. I think he wins pretty quickly. Mullarkey, he's a decent fighter, but I think Salkild's just on a different level than him. So I think Salkilld wins this. I think it's going to be easy, probably first round. I could see a first round knockout. I think that's what it's going to be my official bet for this, is because, I mean, the odds for this fight it's hard to pick anything worth the value. You can't go money line. You can't. Him to win by finish was still like minus 4,000, wasn't it?
Sure, yeah.
So it's like, that's not good, right? So and Mullarkey he struggles with fast, quick guys and speed, guys that have a lot of speed, and that's all Salkilld is. He's got speed and explosiveness, and he's gonna win this fight for sure. I like him by knockout. I'm gonna take him first round knockout. It's at plus 110 right now.
Yep.
So I'm taking Salkilld at plus 110 first round knockout.
First round knockout, all odds provided by DraftKings. First round knockout, finish at plus 110. Let's move, of course, to the next fight here, Shano. Two heavyweights. And I saw the weigh-ins. My little concern, I'll talk about that in just a second there, Shano. But I'll talk about the Australian and Tuivasa taking on Teixeira, the Brazilian. The concern that I have here, Shano, is the height difference. One being 6'8", one being 6'2". Teixeira, of course, 6'8", Tuivasa being 6'2". Shano, let's talk a little bit about Tuivasa. Second most knockdowns among active UFC heavyweights with 8. Third most knockouts among active UFC fighters in the heavyweight division, 7. Finished 14. This is the impressive part here, Shano. 14 out of 15, all by knockouts. If we look over to Teixeira, he's 8 of them were first round finishes. Finish all 8 wins, 7 by knockouts. Your thoughts for this match?
I mean, who doesn't love Tuivasa? He's amazing. He's a crowd favorite. Everybody, he gets hyped. He usually comes out to like some crazy song that nobody else does. Like, comes out to like Madonna or something like that. It's ridiculous. Whenever he wins a fight, he's known for doing a shoey. If you guys don't know what a shoey is, he'll win a fight and he'll beg the crowd for a shoe. Someone tosses him a nasty, sweaty shoe. He takes a beer, he fills up the shoe and chugs it right out of the shoe. So he's looking to do that in Australia, in his backyard right here, because it's home country. But the bad side about Tuivasa is that he's on a five straight losses for him. He was submitted twice, and the other ones he was knocked out. So it's not good for him. And his last fight was in 2024. So it's been a while since he's fought. That's not great.
Right.
And Teixeira, he's a beast, man. Like you said, he has 7 knockouts on his record. He's 8-1. He had a 35-second knockout in his UFC debut. He knocked out a guy in first 35 seconds of the fight. He did lose to Derek Lewis. That's his only loss. But Derek Lewis is no shame in losing to him. Derek Lewis, they call him the Black Beast for a reason, man. You get hit by one of his punches. For any of these heavyweights, all it takes is one punch.
Right.
That's all it takes, right? Because he's got the big dudes, really big dudes, got a lot of power. Sometimes that one punch can just put you down. So no shame in losing to Derek Lewis. He's got huge power. Derek Lewis does. Right. But what scares me for Tuivasa is that reach advantage, man. You talked about the height advantage. He, 6'8" versus 6'2". He also holds an 8-inch reach advantage. I mean, that's a huge advantage, especially being that tall, much taller than him. Sure. I think Tuivasa is going to come out hyped with a lot more oomph to come out there in front of the home crowd. I think he's going to try and go for the knockout early. And I think as long as Teixeira weathers the storm for the first minute or so of the fight, Tua is going to knock himself, get a little winded there because he doesn't have the best cardio. Yeah. You kind of tell by looking at the guy, doesn't have the best cardio, right? Right. If he tires himself out, then I think Teixeira knocks him down. And even Teixeira by knockout is at minus 200 right now. Right. I'm going to go another early round knockout. I'm going to go Teixeira first round again. Teixeira first round knockout, and that's still at minus 150. So Teixeira first round knockout, minus 150. That's what I'm going with. Okay, that's your official pick there. Shano, keep in mind here that Tuivasa came in at 265. That's his official weight. Teixeira at 259. But your official pick here is Teixeira first round knockout finish at minus 150, correct? Yeah. Okay. First round knockout finish Teixeira. Let's get it. Tuivasa too. He weighed in at 265. He usually has to cut weight to get 265.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. So he had to cut down for that. Teixeira, that's probably closer to his actual like walking weight. I'm sure he had to cut. He did some cutting, but I think he usually walks around 275 ish.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, man.
Definitely,
big man. 6'8", 275, the big guy.
Yeah, he definitely was a crowd favorite. I'll tell you that during the weigh-ins. Let's move to the next match here, Shano. This is something that I am definitely looking forward to. Rafael Fiziev taking on Mauricio Ruffy. So this is something, again, you're not going to see a submission here. I don't think so, right? So let's talk about 8 wins by knockout for Fiziev. And I've been working on the name, so hopefully I pronounced that correctly. For Ruffy, for the Brazilian, 1 of 16 spinning wheel kicks, and these are tough to do. Knockout in UFC history, but 3. So pretty much 3. If you look at the ratio, 3-0 knockout ratio in 4 UFC fights. Your thoughts for this one?
This one should be an entertaining fight. I mean, you got Rafael Fiziev there. He's great. I honestly think the money line should be switched on these two.
Yeah.
He is the more proven, battle-tested fighter. He's had competitive war with Gaethje very recently, and we just saw Justin Gaethje last week. And you know what he can do, right? He can bang with the best of them, right? He was lighting up Paddy Pimblett at times last week. One of the best boxers in the UFC. And he had a very competitive war with him. He has wins over high-level opponents. Ruffy has flashes, but he does limited top-tier experience, and that's what scares me about this. The one time he did have a top-tier guy, he fought Saint-Denis his last fight, and Saint-Denis just dominated him.
Yeah.
Saint-Denis just dominated him. He got him down to the ground, just did not let him up. Ruffy has like a clear lack of takedown defense, and once you get him to the ground, he has trouble getting up.
Sure.
Right? And Fiziev has pretty good takedowns. He took Gaethje down. He had 2 takedown attempts, and he got him down twice. So that we were yelling at Paddy Pimblett to try and get a takedown on Gaethje last week, didn't even really try. This guy got Gaethje down twice. So that's huge, right? It shows you he's got a really good takedown game. I think he gets him down to the ground and just wears him out for 3 rounds, and then he works him out. So at plus money, I'm taking Rafael Fiziev on this one. I think that's the best bet there. I don't see this fight ending early. I don't see that happening. Like you said, Mauricio Ruffy, he does have some knockouts on his record. I don't think it's going to happen. It could, right? So if you want like a little boost play, I'll take Rafael Fiziev by decision at plus 180. But I'm going to stick with it, just straight money line at plus 102.
Okay. You
get it pretty much a little bit better than even money. I like that bet a lot.
Sure. So your official pick there is Fiziev plus 102 money line. I like that. Yeah, but we'll put a little pizza money on the decision there. We'll put a little pizza money at plus 180. So, again, all odds provided by DraftKings. Shayna, let's go to the co-main event. This is something I believe you are looking forward to in the co-main event. We're talking about the Hangman and Dan Hooker. You mentioned something earlier, Shayna, regarding the I guess they've got a little bit of a bond there with, with Bruce Buffer. Dan Hooker and Bruce Buffer, which Hooker brought his daughter for the weigh-ins, New Zealand. So they both weighed in at They both weighed in at 156 there. 156 for the Hangman, and Benoit Saint-Denis weighed in at 155. Let's talk a little bit about this. 7th most knockout in UFC lightweight history. And I'm, of course, talking about the Hangman. 18 out of 24 wins, 11 by knockouts, 7 by submissions. A little bit different when it comes to Saint-Denis. When you talk about this young man, finished all 16 wins there, okay? 5 knockouts, 11 submissions. So,
yep.
Yeah, tied most finishes since 2021. So he's got 8. Shano, your thoughts on this one? I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, we talked off air, and I told you this is the fight of the night. This one's going to be the fight of the night. Dan Hooker is a super entertaining fighter. Him and Bruce Buffer, we talked about that too. They have a huge relationship where they get crazy involved with each other. He's from New Zealand, which is right next to Australia, so I'm sure they'll be heavy backing him.
Right.
But Saint-Denis is a heavy favorite for a reason, man. He is a great wrestler. He has great striking. He's just all around, just a really, really good fighter. Not that saying Dan Hooker's not. Dan Hooker is. He's a good fighter as well. But he's getting up there in age nowadays. He's got like over twice the amount of fights, or around twice the amount of fights that Saint-Denis does, right? So he's got a lot of wear and tear on his body.
Sure.
I don't see Hooker doing that well against Saint-Denis, because when Hooker struggles, he usually struggles against guys who can out wrestle him and out grapple him. He would much rather stand up and just trade blows as striking, right? And then Saint-Denis, though, that's what he excels at. He excels at wrestling and submissions. And like you said, he has 11 submissions on his record and 5 knockouts. He's going to try and get Hooker down to the ground and try and either win by TKO, by ground and pound, or he's going to try and get him in some sort of submission hold, right?
Gotcha.
So I don't think this one goes the distance at all. I think this one ends for sure, right? I think it goes inside the distance. I like Saint-Denis. If you go to double chance,
Okay.
Double chance outcome,
Yep.
you go Saint-Denis and either by KO, TKO, or submission.
Mhm.
It's at minus 130 right now. I like that bet a lot. I like that one a lot because it covers you both for the knockout and for the submission.
Sure.
Because I could see him winning either way. If you want some extra boost there, that submission at plus 150, I don't think that's a bad bet either.
Right.
So if you want a little extra boost for you guys following us right now, you can take Saint-Denis by submission at plus 150. I think that's a solid bet as well. But I'm going to stay a little bit safe here, and I'm going to take Saint-Denis double chance, either by knockout or submission at minus 130.
Knockout, double chance, and you can find that when you go in your app, folks. You go into winning methods, just scroll down a little bit, and you'll find, of course, Benoit Saint-Denis double chance. That is knockout, TKO, DQ, or by submission at minus 130. The only way that you lose this fight, folks, or this bet, is if it goes to the cards of the judges, which I don't even want to talk about after we got robbed last week, right, Shano? Robbed.
Stupid judges.
You can't trust them. So, that's the only way that we lose this bet here, guys. If it goes the distance, obviously, and it goes to the
if Dan Hooker gets a clean shot,
right.
That happens in the fight game, right? He knocks him out or something like that,
right?
But that's the one danger about betting in the fight game, is that all it takes is one hit sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. You never know, and that's what's so great about this company and great about this betting on this match. You just never know. You just never know. Yep. Let's finish up with the main event here, Shano. I'm, of course, talking about Alexander the Great taking on Diego Lopes. This is round 2, or this is part 2, I should say, between these two. You can see the odds here, all courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings. And you can catch the event on Paramount Plus. Shano talked about it earlier. A huge viewing last week. Over or close to 4 million views there, Shano?
Just under 5 million.
5 million.
Just under 5 million people watching. And that was just North America. Who knows what was happening in England or even South America, because it's huge in Brazil too. There's a ton of Brazilian fighters.
Yeah,
as you can tell.
Yeah,
a ton of Brazilian fighters. So who knows what they did there? That was just North Americans numbers. That was Canada down all the way down to Central America. Was all just under 5 million viewers.
This is a fight that I also am looking forward to. We talked about the co-main event with the Hangman and Saint-Denis there previously, but let's talk about Diego Lopes here. Let's talk a little bit about him. He comes in official weight at 145. This is the third most wins since 2023 UFC featherweight with 15 first round finishes. And if you look at his record, 23 of his 27 wins, 11 by knockout, 12 by submission. That's kind of very balanced there. So you don't even know what to expect from Diego Lopes. I was disappointed when we saw this. It went to the cards, as you know. It could have went either way. A little bit on Alexander the Great. Two-time UFC featherweight champion, second most title fight in UFC with 7. Your thoughts for this huge main event?
Out of all the fights on this main event or this card here, this main event's the one I am least unsure of who's going to win. Right?
Yeah.
I have no idea. So like you said, the first fight, it went the distance. Volk won and by unanimous decision. And went the distance. Judges were clear across the board. I think they had Lopes winning 1 round.
Yeah.
It was the same across the board.
Yeah.
Lopes had his moments, but Volk controlled most of the fight. Volk's style, it fits in a 5-round fight. He naturally just drags the fights to last long. He has low risk striking stuff, high volume. He wants to get you down and wrestle you. He's a great wrestler. That's how he got into the UFC.
Sure.
He can strike too, but he's more known as a wrestler. And he prefers to chase minutes and wearing a guy down instead of chasing finishes. He doesn't have a ton of finishes on his resume, but he has a ton of wins, as you can tell, 27-4. So pretty damn good record there, right?
Sure.
So, but that being said, the last time he fought was when he fought Lopes here, and that was almost a year ago. So we haven't seen much from him, right? Lopes he's tough, he's durable, he's hard to finish, he's got a good chin. He's taken heavy shots in the past from both Volk and Jean Silva, who we just saw last week. Jean Silva fought last week. He's a good grappler, not as good as Volk, but he's a good grappler. I'm just torn on who I think's going to win this fight.
Yeah, I agree.
If this was at a neutral site, I think I would take Lopes at plus 124. But the fact that it's in Volk's backyard in Australia, it's in the land down under.
Right.
That kind of evens the scales for me. So that's where I'm torn on this. I'm I don't know which way this one's going to go.
And that's what I wanted to ask you real quick, Shano. In your experience, do you think that the local fighters, obviously it's taking place in Sydney, Australia tomorrow, do you think they have the advantage here?
I think for sure early on in the rounds, right? I think they're going to be hype going on. Like I told you about the Tuivasa fight, I think he's going to be hyped trying to throw come out there and get an early round knockout.
Right.
As long as Teixeira weathers the storm and has some pretty good defense that first minute and a half, I think he'll catch him on a counter punch or something like that and knock him out. Right. Volk, he's a very professional fighter. And what I mean is he's almost always calm, almost calm to where it's scary. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't see him getting hyped up like that. But if he starts winning and that crowd starts amping him up, it's going to get loud. They're there at whatever 10 a.m. in the morning when they're going to be fighting, whatever it is.
Right.
Eating their breakfast and watching UFC fights.
Vegemite sandwich, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I could see it happening, man. So I don't know. The one concern I have with Volk too is, his age is starting to get up there for this division.
Sure.
He's 37, almost 38. So so that's starting to get up there in a 145 division.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I'm staying away from that. If I had a lean one, I don't. Like I said, if it was neutral site, I'll go Lopes. And then for since it's in Australia, I think I'm going straight coin flip here. So pick who your favorite is for that. I think the best value and safest bet is probably over 3.5 rounds.
Okay.
And that's anywhere from minus 150 to minus 160 on the books.
Right.
I'm going to put money on the fight goes the distance again. I think it goes to decision. Oof. I know Lopes has got good knockout power, but Volk has got really good defense. He's one of the least hit fighters in the UFC. Mm-hmm. He's got really, really good defensive fighter. So I think it goes the distance again. So that's what I'm going to put. I'm going to say the fight goes the distance, and that's at even money right now. It's at plus 100.
Yeah. All right, so your official pick there is going the distance in this incredible rematch at plus 100. All right, so let's look at Chano, if we could, your recap of UFC 325.
Yeah, so first fight, we're going with Salkilld by first round knockout. That's at plus 110. Second fight, we're going with another first round knockout. We got Teixeira minus 150. And then Fiziev, I like him. He's the underdog in this fight. I think he should be favored in this fight. I think it should be close. The odds are pretty close.
Sure.
But they have him as underdog. I think he wins. He's the more experienced fighter. Give me Fiziev by money line. because that's at plus 102 right now. So you're getting around even money. If you want a little sprinkle play for that one, take him to win by decision. I don't think that either one of those fighters are going to end the fight.
Okay.
So I'll take Fiziev by decision if you want some like a pizza play there.
Sure.
That's at plus 180. So that's at plus 180.
Okay.
And then we have Saint-Denis. I like him to win. I'm my official bet. I'm going to do double chance, either knockout or submission. That's at minus 130. If you want a sprinkle play there as well, I would just go straight submission. We talked about that. That's at plus 150. So Saint-Denis plus 150 at submission. That's a good bet. And then for the main event, I'm torn on who's going to win this one. I can't wait to watch it. I think it's going to be super entertaining, super exciting. But I think it goes the distance again, like the first fight. So I'm going to go fight goes the distance plus 100.
It's definitely going to be very entertaining for sure. So those are our official picks for UFC 325. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening. You can listen to our recap or wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, wherever you get that, on YouTube. You can watch the video there with all the graphics, etc. You can definitely get all of our picks. We're going to have a short for you, both in English and in Spanish. So in español también. So I will have that for you relatively soon. But enjoy the fight, folks. Any last thoughts there, Shano?
No, enjoy the fights. Let's have a good weekend. You're going to be dropping a short soon of college basketball as well. So look out the college basketball picks for tomorrow's games. We are on fire with college basketball. 6-0 last week. I'm 7-1. The Wise Man 6-2. We are lighting it up. So check out the college basketball picks, and then let's have a good betting weekend. Let's win some money, and let's hope these UFC fights are as good as I think they're going to be. I think it's going to be a pretty good card.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to sign off here, but as a reminder, we will have 3 shows starting either next week or the week after. We got to talk to senior executive Mike. Apparently, he gave us a raise. You want to know what the raise was, Shano? He gave me an extra Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, look at that.
And I was like, okay, I'm thinking, maybe I can, buy the kid something. But, well, he's a big spender, I tell you. I think he's still upset with the Bears. But anyway, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Really helps the channel, guys. We'll get those shorts out to you. Yes, we are on fire. But either next week or the week after, we will go 3 times live. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday, of course, with the Wise Man, as we usually do. We'll have some amazing guests coming up. We have that lined up. We do have, real quick, some announcements. We will be diving into the NBA as my good friend Toad Sports, Toadstool Sports is going to be taking care of all of our NBA plays from now on. I talked to TV, which is the great Tom Viola, TV as I refer to him. He's going to be helping me out with some Major League Soccer, Major League Baseball with the Ace of Diamonds. It's going to be coming back. We have, of course, Her Excellency is going to look into some WNBA. There's some news that are coming out soon. We've got the GOAT, UFL GOAT with UFL, with his picks. The list goes on and on. Let's not forget the Canadian Football League, okay, with JD Money. He's going to be coming back. Lots to cover, and, of course, the important announcement.
It may be the Wise Man doing the Masters, right?
And the Wise, yes, that is official. The Wise Man is doing the Masters, so he's going to be doing golf for us, and I think he's bringing on a little sidekick. We haven't talked to him. We'll talk to him off the air. But, of course, the voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer, will be with us. We will interview him. We will get that out to you as soon as possible. Maybe cut up some shorts just to kind of promo it. But I heard it's supposed to be out before the Super Bowl, Shano.
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Speaking of Super Bowl, Shano, real quick, tell us about your new project about the worst bets in Super Bowl history.
So I've been working on them. We're dropping one day. Super Bowl bad beats. So bad beats that's happened to the Super Bowl. Number 10 dropped today. We're going to count down one each day. Number 10 was today. Yep. And it was from Super Bowl 10. It was you can check out the short. It's on YouTube. It's on our YouTube page. It's also on Instagram, all the other places. But it's Super Bowl 10, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were favored -7 in that game. Everybody wants to say all these problems happen because these sports books are legal now nowadays. See, look, this is Super Bowl 10, and they had odds. I looked it all up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas was around, my friend.
Vegas was still around making money back then.
Yeah.
Right. So, Steelers are favored -7. They were up 21-10, heading with under 2 minutes left in the game. Roger Staubach throws a bomb, wide open receiver. Cowboys score, and game ends 21-17. So if you had Steelers back in Super Bowl 10, Steelers won the ring. You lose your bet though, because that's a bad beat there. But it'll be each day we're gonna have one. We're counting down to the worst bad beat of all time in Super Bowl history. So it's a little fun little project. I thought it was a great idea. So it was something fun. Get some NFL history, some Super Bowl history, and some betting in history as well.
That's gonna do it for us. Have a good night. Let's make sure you guys stay safe, and as always, let's cash those tickets. See you next time.